What's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe and staying indoors. Welcome back to another episode of Prepare with Nikita Tanwani, or I should rather say Conquer with Nikita Tanwani. I have taken it up to the next level and launched my own pageant training program, that is Conquer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will leave the link in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. Now, a large part of pageant preparation is working on your appearance and grooming yourself, and your hair makes a major chunk of that. We all know that having a good hair day makes such a difference to our mood, and wouldn't you rather have a good hair day on every single day of your pageant? Because it's so important to have not just healthy and shiny hair during the pageant, but also have it very easily manageable on those rushed mornings, because trust me, you have early call times, the days are very hectic, and you don't want to be struggling with managing your hair during the pageant. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the different hair treatment options that you have, some of the hair treatments that I had undergone before I went for my pageants. And while these treatments may not work for all hair types, because I have a certain hair type, the same treatment may not be applicable to you. So don't consider this video as professional advice. But it's good to be aware of what all treatments are available and what options do you have. So in case you wish to go ahead and get any of these treatments done, you would just be more well informed about them. The first two treatments that I want to talk about in today's video are the cysteine and the keratin treatment. Now, both of these treatments are based on the same underlying concept, that is, they do apply a coating of protein on top of your hair strand. Keratin is also a type of protein and cysteine is also a type of hair protein. What these treatments do to your hair is it leaves it much shinier, it looks healthier, and it's also much straighter and also does not tangle. So I have personally undergone the cysteine treatment before I went for my Miss India pageant stint, and the cysteine treatment made my hair so much more manageable. And the best part about the treatment was that after I wash my hair, it actually dries straight and untangled, and it would still retain its shine. I would not have to use additional serums on my hair or use any hairsprays to give it shine or make it look voluminous, and it was just very easy to just brush or comb my hair after a shower and I could be ready for the day just like that. So it made my job a lot easier. Now, the difference between the keratin and cysteine treatment is in the difference of the fumes that they produce. While undergoing the cysteine treatment, you do not produce any toxic fumes, whereas while getting the keratin treatment, the process does release certain fumes which are toxic for the person doing it, and so you have to wear masks. On the other hand, the keratin treatment will last up to 6 months, whereas the cysteine treatment starts wearing off after 3 to 4 months. I have spoken about these two treatments in a lot more detail, compared the differences, the cost and everything in my previous hair care video, which I will link over here, so you can go check that out if you want to listen about these treatments in a lot more detail. I would personally recommend the cysteine treatment over the keratin treatment because of the effect it has on your hair. And while it is slightly more expensive than the keratin treatment, it does save your hair from a lot of the damage, because during the pageant you will be using heat on your hair almost every single day. So it's important to have a coating on top of your hair, which also saves it from damage during the pageant. I was advised to get the cysteine hair treatment done by Alicia Rath ma'am, who was also my pageant mentor, instructor, and I'm sure all of you know about her already. And so I was really glad to have gotten that treatment following her instructions and advice, and it made my pageant days so much easier, and I just felt a lot more confident because my hair was easy to manage, it was shining, and it just looked great every single day. Another treatment that a lot of contestants often tend to opt for, which is a very age-old technique, has been in the market for years, is permanent hair straightening. And while it does do the job of straightening your hair, I would personally not recommend it, because you do need to curl your hair. You need to be able to do pageant waves in your hair. So if you're planning on going for a beauty pageant, I would highly advise against going for permanent straightening, because it will not allow your hair to hold curls anymore. Because what permanent straightening does is it breaks down the sulfur bonds between your hair. It becomes impossible to curl your hair after that, and you do want to be able to have different hairstyles throughout the pageant, and permanent hair straightening would not allow you to experiment with your hairstyles. So I would advise against it. I don't think it's the right move for any pageant contestant. However, if you just want to remove some kinks from your hair and you're already happy with the healthy shine and volume of your hair, then you can still go for smoothening treatment, which is much cheaper compared to cysteine and keratin treatments, which also add a lot more shine to your hair. But if you think hair smoothening is just what you need for your hair, this is a choice that you will have to make based on your hair type, what are your hair goals, and what are you looking to solve the issues with your current hair. Then you can opt for hair smoothening. Definitely recommend this over hair straightening. The next hair treatment that I want to talk about is the Olaplex hair treatment. This is a fairly new treatment that has come into the market very recently. If you're someone who has gotten their hair chemically treated or colored a bunch of times and your hair strands have become weak and porous, which means that if you take your hair strand and it just tends to break easily, that means your hair has become porous. And so Olaplex treatment is a great treatment to go for after you've colored your hair. This is how a lot of the celebrities and public figures tend to maintain really healthy hair despite having their hair colored so frequently. Again, I've spoken about this treatment in a lot more detail in my hair care video, which I will link here again. So you can go watch that video if you want to know the more details. But I would highly recommend anyone to get the Olaplex treatment for their hair before a beauty pageant. While you're getting your hair colored, try to have it in the same appointment. I have gotten the Olaplex treatment done to my hair 2 to 3 times, and every time it leaves my hair much softer and shinier, and it does not feel like the color has done any damage to my hair at all. The next treatment that I want to talk about is the anti-dandruff scalp treatment. If you are someone who does suffer from dandruff, it's nothing to be ashamed about, but you do have to remember that you need to have a healthy and clean scalp before going for your pageant, because a lot of hairstylists will be working on your hair. And I've often noticed that if someone has dandruff, it doesn't leave a good impression on the hairstylist, and word does spread, and you don't want other people, the organization or the team, to be talking about, oh, she has dandruff. So to avoid situations like that, remember to get the anti-dandruff treatment done before your pageant. If you feel like your hair tends to dry out, you have a dry scalp, and you tend to get dandruff very often by using heat on your hair. My next advice when it comes to hair grooming and preparation for your pageant is your hair color. If you already have color in your hair but it has become coppery or orange, that is if you had brown highlights or brown global color in your hair, remember to go for a color toning appointment before you head on to your pageant. Remember to get rid of the coppery and orange tones from your hair. Color toning is a very affordable and quick treatment that you can just do to revive your hair color and make it look fresh again. This will help you avoid putting on additional hair color into your hair when all you need is toning, that is to get rid of the orange tones. However, if you have uncolored hair and you have jet black Indian hair, then I've spoken about this in one of my previous videos. That is, during zoners, the Miss India organization had asked us to go for global brown hair color. This is an expense that is taken up by the contestants themselves. During zoners, the hair and makeover session is not taken care of by the organization. That is only for the national segment of the pageant after you get selected into the top 30. And the reason the organization recommends brown hair color and highlights to contestants is because with uncolored plain black hair, pageant waves and the curls that they do to your hair do not bounce off the studio lights at all, and basically your hair is just gonna look like a black mask painted around your face with the type of photo editing and the lighting that they use for the official shoots in pageants. And so having brown and highlights and different shades in your hair like a balayage hair color will help you stand out more in your pictures, because your pageant curls and waves will stand out a lot more. I will leave a before and after picture of my hair when it went from jet black to actually brown with balayage highlights. It made such a big difference, and I wish I had done it to my hair sooner because it looks amazing in pictures. And so I would highly recommend any of you planning to go for a pageant to get a chocolate brown or a dark brown, whatever color suits your skin tone the best based on a professional's suggestion, and get that hair color done. And do not try to hold back on this expense, because your hair makes a large part of your appearance and it's really important for beauty pageants. The next thing that might help you up your hair game is hair extensions. I get this question so many times from contestants. Are hair extensions allowed in beauty pageants? A big yes. You are allowed to use hair extensions on a daily basis as well. You don't have to be completely natural in beauty pageants. That is often a myth, because you are allowed nail extensions, and the same goes for hair extensions as well. I personally have never bought hair extensions for myself because, touch wood, I'm blessed with good hair, and so I never felt the need for it. However, you can use them on a day-to-day basis for your auditions or at any stage of the pageant, and I know contestants who have used them. However, for official photo shoots and events, the organization and the hair and makeup team themselves used hair extensions on our hair because those events were staged and it was an official photo shoot, and for that they want to add more volume to your hair. So if needed, the hair and makeup team will give you extensions for official photo shoots and events. But for a daily basis, you have to carry your own extensions if you want to use them. And my last tip for hair grooming for pageant aspirants is don't forget to get the basic hair cut and trim and a hair spa before you head off to your pageant. Even if you don't need to do anything to your hair, it's already shiny, healthy, well colored and you're happy with your hair, a basic hair spa will make a huge difference. It will also give you some time to just sit back and relax before that very hectic last week pageant preparation. So take out some time for yourself. Don't forget to get a hair spa, a manicure and a pedicure, and it will just make you feel like a whole new person, and you will strut into your pageant with a lot more confidence. And so those are all my tips when it comes to grooming your hair and having amazing hair days throughout your pageant. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. Let me know if you know of any other hair treatments that you have heard of that I have not mentioned here. I would love to know about more newer hair treatments as well. And let me know if you've tried out some of these hair treatments and how it worked out for you. I wish you all the very best for your upcoming pageants. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.